Okay, so we're back with more champions. We're going to be testing out a couple more of the cast nominations. So we're going to be testing out Yes's Black Lightning and Mcbober's Batwoman. So we're going to be putting up against Black Widow, just for someone different to play against. Black Lightning's in an aggression deck, and Batwoman is in a justice deck. Okay, so we're going to shuffle these up. I will say Jefferson doesn't have a precon or a hit point dial, so I've had to give him one. I mean, the hit point dial I don't really care about, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have a precon for Kaz, because it's meant to be like a finished product essentially, so you should really have one. That looks like a good start. Okay. I suppose meant to do the Vern setup first, so we're going to grab. Where's the guys who get the side scheme out? This guy, and I think that's the only one of that guy. No, there's another one. Okay, so you don't reveal them, so okay. We're going to draw our 6 cards here. X is equal to your augmented number. Yeah, so she kind of works like Ironheart by the looks of her. Okay, a bit more of a punishment for doing it, or take any amount of damage from an attack post adaptation. Counter, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're going to straight away get Avengers Mansion down, which will be nice. So I think we're going to hold on to. Yeah, we're going to hold on to this, I think. So I'm going to have Jefferson be first player, and we'll go from here. So we're going to choose a player to draw a card. If that card has a printed energy resource, heal 1 damage from a friendly character. So I'm going to have 2 to do this. Yeah, so I think we're going to. We'll draw a card here. Okay. And we're going to flip up. Oh, I completely ignored the fact that you can include lightning resources from other aspects. That would have been a good thing to put in. So there isn't any. When you draw up to your hand size at the end of the play phase, one card with printed energy resource does not count towards your hand size. Okay. Try and bear that in mind. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get down this card. So we get to plus 2 hit points. And I've not changed the tokens yet. So let me just go do that. Okay, after you defeat a minion or remove last threat from a scheme, choose a card in your discard pile and shuffle it into your deck. If it was a minion, if that minion was an elite minion, draw a card. Then we'll get Katara down. Love the quote. I was just literally about to make the joke about that quote. It like beat me to it. Do we need him to remove the 4th threat? I don't think we do. We can have Batwoman remove the threat instead. So, because we've got this card and we've got her basic thought. So, we're going to focus on the attack with Black Lightning here. So when she attacks, discard top card of your deck. Which one we're going to take out? We're going to try and take out this one. It does have a lightning resource, so we're going to take out this guy completely. It's not Jefferson taking out the minions, so we don't get to do this. And then we're just going to hit this guy for 1. And that's this one done. Okay, so we can remove 5 adaptation counters. We're going to start with 0. So we're not going to worry about that for now. Like before we flip up, we're going to do Genius and Strength to get out the Watchtower. The Watchtower is going to draw us a card. Only if you have identity as a Bat family trait, which both of us do. I don't know much about Black Lightning, but I wouldn't have guessed Bat family. I would have guessed the Justice League, to be honest, but like I say, I don't know much about Black Lightning, so maybe he's got more of an association with the Bat family. I don't know. So we are going to flip up. I'm going to fort for 2. And put down Skilled Investigator here. This is currently costing us 1 to remove 2 threat. Which I think we'll do. So we'll remove the 2 threat. Now we can either make ourselves permanently Bat family and give us an extra hit point, or we can confuse for damage. I think we confuse for damage. Black Widow scheming is never a good thing because it just makes it more difficult to kill her. Okay, so we're already up. We get 4 hand size to start off with. X is equal to your augmented number. Okay, so it's going to generate 8 mental resource right now. Only if you're added to the Bat family trait, increase your item by 1. Okay. Okay. Not a lot we can do next time, but we'll see how it goes. You're going to have to take at least 5 times. So I'm guessing she's got some cards that can get some adaptation counters as well. Otherwise it's not a lot. Okay, so 1, 2. I forgot to draw cards here. So we're going to draw 5 cards because this is an energy resource. So we can ignore it. Okay, so she is attacking here. Do we have any defense? That's 4 defense. Okay, we're just going to take it for now. And of course it's the big hit. Yeah, so we are going to defend against this guy. And then she's attacking here. We want to take damage from an attack. So she's attacking for 1, just 1. So she gets a counter. Counter card and counter card. Each aim minion gains an acceleration icon, and that comes in with 6 foot. And if you're in alter ego form, change to hero form. But Widow attacks you, give an additional boost card for this attack. So she's sacking for 1 plus 2 boost cards. She's going to defend. We can't get another counter from this. So we take 1, 2, 3, 4. We're defending for 2, so we take 2. Okay, so it's Batwoman's turn first. Okay, I think we're going to use the Avengers Mansion here. Okay, Aquaman's Trident. Okay. X is equal to your augmented number. Attack. Move this upgrade from Batwoman to the enemy. And attach it to it. Deal X damage to that enemy. This gains range and piercing. After the attached enemy is defeated, return this upgrade to your hand. Okay. Limit is 1 for 1 damage. And it stays out there for a while. Okay. I think it's probably worth getting it down, I guess. 1, 2, 3 to get Helicarrier down. Yeah. And then we're going to use the Helicarrier. Guess we'll just attach it here and do an attack. And I think we want to kill him next turn so we get an extra card in hand. I think that's the idea of that card. Okay. So I'm going to bring it to draw 1. And I think I will pay 3 to do Thunderstruck. So choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. This attack gains range and piercing. Then either stun or confuse each enemy damage this way. So we're going to stun here. Here we have to remove a threat. And we're okay, there's no preparation. So get to deal with damage and stun. And because we overpaid for this event, we gain Retaliate 1 until the end of the round. Burn event, paid with an energy resource. That's just a one-off. I think we can hold off with the one-off. I'm just going to get a +1 defense out for now. Katara is going to... We're going to attack with her. Discarding top card of the deck. Still worth it. It is, so it'll be 4 damage. As long as this doesn't stop any damage going through. No. It's 4 damage to this guy instead, which is a bit of a shame. We do have Retaliate though, so we can actually use that Retaliate rather than being on the stuns. Okay. So we're going to ready, draw 5. Okay. So it's going to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is stunned against Batwoman. And she attacks Black Lightning. We're going to defend. Oh, I forgot we get to draw an extra card because it's all lightning. So I'm going to defend for 1, 2, so I take no damage. I do retaliate 1. And then he's going to hit me for 1, but retaliate 1. She should have another damage on her because she attacked. And then he's stunned. Okay, you are stunned, take a damage. That's specifically from an attack. So, we don't get waste to counter there. Deal 1 damage to a character you control, deal 2 damage to a character you control. Specifically, damage to a character you control to a second character and a third character, so all different characters. So, the third one doesn't matter. Okay. And it's Jefford's turn this time. Okay, so we do want to get rid of some threat, so into the fray would be pretty good here. It looks like Blood Rage down, so... we're just going to keep it simple. Use these 3 to pay for into the fray. So 5 excess damage here. Which will remove 5 threat from the scheme. This goes back to Batwoman's hand. And then we can take a damage to draw a card. I don't think we need to. I mean, choose a card and you just go pile. Shuffle it into your deck. Feels like an important card to have. I'm actually going to flip down. Because of that, I'm going to let her draw a card. Doesn't have a printed energy, which is a shame. Okay, that's Jefford's done. So Batwoman, we need her to 4 already. Oh, this is all main scheme stuff, I didn't realise that. Okay, we're going to use Running Interference to play Brutal Modification. Place X adaptation counters on your identity, so just 1, and draw 1 card. Then, that's the defense, so we can prevent damage. Okay, we're going to play Float Like a Butterfly. I would put that on her, but then we're never going to get back. We'll draw a card. Source to bunker and rid of Running Interference to play Creeper. Creeper is going to fort for 2. Take damage. He's then going to fort for 2. Then we're going to ready. We're going to draw 3 more cards. Okay. Is there meant to be more than one of them? This game set aside as play. Each time we play, we put a copy of him into play. This effectively adds him to your deck. Do you mark any point? It's defeated. If you play the long game, you could potentially get okay, so you just keep getting more and more of them. So no limit. That's not the idea. I think that's the idea. So you can have as many of them as you like. It's interesting. I don't know how that will work in person though, obviously, because obviously you'd only have a set amount in person. Okay. We're going to draw 6 here. And draw up to your hand size at the end of the player phase. Okay, so we get an extra 1 in hero form and it counts in alter ego, so that'll be good. That's a good point. Did I actually remember to paste this? 1 second, I'm just going to go double check what the thing is. Alright. So if you don't know, there's a DC table and it's got the rules on there. It just looks a little bit funny on mine for some reason. If I can find the DC table. So it's probably not on it. Okay, which has got all the keywords on it. So crit is discard X cards from encounter. This attack deals an additional damage equals the number of boost icons discarded this way plus X. This is what we get on here. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3 because of this. She's scheming here, but she's confused. And then she's attacking here. The problem is I want to take it so I can actually get an augmentation counter. But also need to stay alive. We're gonna get rid of Creeper. So I'm glad we made that choice because that was a good hit. And it's encounter card and encounter card. A guard and assault. We're gonna defend against this one. Or do we just take it? You know what? We're just going to take it because I forgot we have this thing. Okay, so she's doing 2 damage to us. So, as tough as it may seem, I'm going to use 1 to do sync with the rest. So we're going to prevent 1 of that damage. Which means we're going to take 1. And basic action counters up to equal to half the printed attack rounded up. She's only got 1 attack, so it's just 1. And then we took a damage from an attack, so we get 1. Okay, it is Batwoman's turn first. I think we're going to give the extra card to Batwoman. Passion for Justice, which is nice. This is a 1/1/1. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to thwart here, go with the side scheme. Just going to draw a card from Skilled Investigator. I want to pay 1 to do Aquaman's Trident, which is just 1 damage. No, it's not. It would stay there, but I'm stunned, so I can't do it. don't think I was stunned when I tried to do it last time. I am then going to use Passion for Justice, I guess, to do bow engineering. So the way I'm reading this is we literally just put a copy of this into play. So we'll just keep gaining these as we go on. It's more like an infinite resource. We are going to attack for 1 on him though. Do we want to do 1 attack or 1 fort? I'm going to do 1 attack here, which means removing a fort. Place 1 throw on each scheme, okay. Which does kill him off. So it starts thickening up our deck. Come on, okay. It was defeated by consequential damage, so we get an adaptation counter. Then we're going to flip down. We are going to remove 5 counters from her. Stun and confuse her. And ready her. And swap her with Augment 2. Okay. Looks like that's going to take a second. There we go. And 5 adaptation counters from Poet Swain. Ready her. And swap her with Augment 3. Place 1 acceleration token on main scheme. Okay. She's now a 2/2/2. After the card you control defeats a minion or side scheme, place an adaptation counter on Batwoman. Okay, that's a lot easier to get one. We're going to heal for 4, up to 9. And then we can use the Black Room to make 1 of the cards cheaper here. She's still exhausted. Okay, we're going to draw a card. It is, so we're going to heal 1. I'm going to heal for 3. His basics don't seem to be very important, from what I can tell. Oh wait, before we do that, I do want to do 1, 2. Yep. To get a PT Gambi out. So actually I did 1 more recovery. Okay, so you want to only pay for it with lightning resources, and then you get the bonuses from what's in your hand. So what do we want? Lightning resources. Okay, so we don't get a crit 1 or overkill. Actually, we do if we do it the right way. We're going to do 1, 2 here. Oh no, because we didn't pay with only lightning resources. Unless we did this. Spend 2 to do ball of lightning. So it's 4 damage. And then we can... Oh, it's only going to get piercing and ranged. Do I really care that much about piercing and ranged? Either way, I don't think I can kill this guy, which is a bit of a shame. So, I'm thinking we still just do this to do ball of lightning. And just deal 4 damage here. Okay, we're going to draw... That doesn't count towards our hand size, so we're going to draw 5 cards. plus an extra one because of Gambit. We have a defense. When you defend against attack, you get plus 3 defense for that attack. Pay for this card using only energy resources, and if the number of energy resources hand is at least. Okay, so we can do that. We'll use Hulk Girl to do it, and then we've got quite a bit left. Okay. I feel like protection was probably the better bet here, but never mind. Wait, did I get the hand size right the whole time with that? Nope, got the hand size wrong the whole time, so I have kind of messed up with this, unfortunately. I think I was only down once, so it's not a major thing. It's just the first turn was better than it should have been. One, two. She's attacking here. No, she's scheming here for 3 to 8. She's attacking here. We're going to defend using Hawk Girl. I mean, I could also just defend using this and go retaliate. I think that makes sense. I still have 3 energy resources. Yeah. So I get plus 3 defense, played with only energy resources, and I achieve all 3 of these. So I get to ready Black Lightning, stun an enemy. She's already attacking, so I can stun her now. And I get a tough. So I'm defending for 5. We'll see whether. And she's hitting for 2, so I take no damage. I retaliate for 1. And then I have this England attacking me. I don't really want to use. I'm actually going to defend to keep my tough. He's going to die. Then I get to shuffle a card back in. I'm going to shuffle Telekinesis back in. Could take a damage to ready, but I don't want to do that. Actually, I'm defending for 6 because I've got plus 1 defense as well. Yeah, I would have been perfectly fine. Okay, so 1, 2. Shadow of the Past. Okay. Steady, retaliate 1. Find out a woman's trident and attach it to her. It starts in Power Woman's deck. It's quite helpful. Aquatic characters. I'm guessing she's aquatic. No. Oh, without the aquatic trait, just to attack. That makes sense. And then these get shuffled in. Card. Surge and Vulnerable. Okay, we're really not liking Bryce Wayne right now. Flip to hero form, you cannot change form. Exhaust your identity, discard this application. Move 2 adaptation counters from your application. Move ever vigilant from the game. Okay. Oh, she's steady as well. Oh. Interesting. Wait. Okay. Right. It is Black Lightning's turn first. So can spend strength for awareness assault. It's dealing 5 damage with overkill. So 2 here, 1, 2, 3. We don't really have any threat removal, which is a shame. So we're just going to spend 2 to get Captain Afsam out. He's just going to attack for 2. Move threat from here. Place a threat on each scheme. Great. I should have used him on that. I didn't realise it was assault. Actually, it should be 1 less. Because aquatic characters get -1 attack. Okay. I don't think I played that very well, but... Okay, so I do want Ingenuity down, but we have to somehow get rid of that first. I want to do Vicious Redefined, because then we just kill this guy. So we're going to draw a card. We don't need specialised training. And get rid of Death Focus. A Vicious Redefined. It's not going to overkill, but I'm really not that bothered about that. You know what? 26. I think I got mixed up. That should have just been 2 damage there. My bad. So we're going to return this to our hand and deal 5 damage to an enemy. Does the full 5 damage, so it doesn't kill, it doesn't retaliate. Okay, so we do want to get this scheme down and thwart this. Running interference will help us with one of them. One, 2. Oh wait, sorry, 1 second. After cutting control defeats a minion on side scheme, place 1 adaptation counter on her. I can do 1, 2 for running interference. Remove 2 threat from the main scheme, remove additional X threat from the main scheme where X is the defense stage number. So it's just removing 3 threat. But and we're steady, so we can do it even though we're stunned, confused, sorry. Can't quite get Ingenuity out, but we do want Ingenuity out. Haven't got enough to do with this, unfortunately. We're going to forward that for 1. We're going to forward for 2. And then we're going to ready. We want to hold on to this, we want to hold on to Ingenuity, because hopefully we can actually do something with that. We're going to draw 3 cards here. Draw 5 here. We didn't have any energy, so we didn't get to keep any. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. She's stunned, so she's not attacking here. She is attacking here. We're going to defend that lightning. We're not going to use a defense event because we got a tough, and if we used it, there's not really much point. So we're just going to take it. Activation is attack. Take 1 indirect damage. Okay, the 1 indirect damage is going to go on. You know, she's only going to do 2 damage to us. So we're just going to knock off the tough and take 2 damage. Then it's in card cards. That's annoying. Okay. Captain I'm just going to defend for us. She's going to have 2 boost cards. It's a lot of damage, but it's fine. Captain Atom does Captain Atom things and dies. Alright, find it up. Superheroes. Human Eye. And discard, and it will get 1, and base threat, and basically do its thing. Okay, so we don't get 1 on there. We do get another encounter card. Place threat equal to the hour's cost and 1 acceleration token. So this comes in with 4. And then we get another card because we run out of cards. Okay, that's come at the perfect time because we have a nice way to get rid of that. So it is Batwoman's turn first. So we do want to get rid of this. We want to get rid of this. So I do kind of want to get this down, but is this more important? Let's draw a card here. Remove 3 threat. Sorry. Yeah, 3 threat here. I don't really care about that. If I'm completely honest, so we're going to do these 2 to do. Place 2 counters and draw 2 cards. And I draw 1 card. I was really hoping for a 4 card. That's what I was hoping for. Have we got a 4 card that we can do remotely here? Nope. Okay, we're going to spend 1 for Queen of the Sea. We are going to fort for 2. We would remove 2 counters, remove this from the game. We're then going to flip down, source the helicarrier, get rid of a trident, and put ingenuity into play. Okay, then it's Jefferson's turn. Jefferson, is that right? Yeah, Jefferson. Right. We'll get this down. This feels like an important one to get down. We're going to spend 2 to get Sirius down. And then we're going to spend an energy to be able to do its ability to get rid of this. I guess we start getting rid of this scheme. Okay, so that's him done. So I'm going to draw 5 more cards here because we get to ignore this one. Now I'm going to ready up and we're going to draw 5 more here. Okay, so we've got a dead water back. Okay. Here we did. Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? Oh, never mind. So that's useless for now. I don't think she has a way to get it back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, because of these two. We're attacking here. So we're scheming here for 2, 3, and then place a threat on any scheme. Do we have any good forwarding? Next turn. No, we do not. She's going to be forwarding for 2. Put it on there. So she's scheming for 1, 2, 3. And she's attacking here. We're going to defend using Tesla Field. We're going to use what I've made. So I think I can just say I used 2 on this. I think that's what that means. To do Tesla, well, should have got an encounter card. This will be our encounter card. Have I got enough cards then? No, I should have drew. One more card. Okay, so we are going to use that to do Tesla Field. So we're defending for 6, which means we get to ready because we've got played with only energy resources, and we get to stun an enemy. So we're going to stun her, ready for her next attack, and we get a tough status card. We also did this, so we get to heal 2 from someone. 1, 2. She gained hit points. She did gain hit points, okay. Didn't notice that. 1, 2. Okay. So she is attacking, we're defending for 6. We defend it all. Okay, 1, 2. Do 1 damage to a character you control. And then we haven't got any other characters, so it doesn't matter. And she's scheming. 2, 3. Villain attacks you. But she is stunned, so I don't care. Encounter card. That's not an encounter card, first player. Okay, so we can't really use him without increasing this, that we don't want to do because we're not doing very well going that right now. I kind of just want to spend 1 to get endurance out. 1, 2, 3. And I guess 4 for 1 on something. Because I can't attack for anything because I'm currently on 0 attack. So we'll just fort for 1 here. Okay. Batwoman's turn. Okay, this card's useless right now. I'm gonna flip up. I'm gonna draw a card with Avengers Mansion. This is a really dead hand. Add 1 to the final total. Each time you finish calculating the value of X for cards you play or control, treat X on the cards as well as +1. Value is goods X. So I think that's a 333, but does that include the cost? Does that increase the definition in the text box? Only the final value of it. The end result you add 1 to whatever the final value to. So I think this costs 3 now, right? I think so. That's going to get really expensive. Because it's a constant, so you have to do it. It does mean it's forting for a lot, though. I will give it that. Downtime will go here. I suppose I could have saved something there. I don't actually care about saving any of it. I suppose we can keep the play size scheme and just use ingenuity to bring it out. It can just sit on there. After a card you control, it could be a card we control. That's Assault, so I think we're going to use him to do 2 on here. We're going to fort for 2 off of this to get rid of this. Which is going to draw us a card with Skilled Investigator. Which we can't play because now it costs 3. This excludes the X defined in the text box. Yeah, I feel like I'm playing this wrong, but I'm not sure how else you're supposed to play it, so I mean, it's fine for this bit, but this bit's strange. Okay. Then we're going to ready up. We get to ignore both of these. Actually, let's do this one first. Let's draw 3 more. So this is 2 resources now, but actually it's 3 resources because of Queen of the Sea, which is great. Draw 5 because we get to ignore 2 of these. So we have 7 cards. Going for it. 1, 2, 3. I mean, if she gets 1 threat on the scheme, we've lost. But so we're just going to take this. Take 1 indirect damage. This guy's going to die. And then it knocks off our tough. And she's attacking here. We've got a defense, so we're going to use that defense. 1, 2. And then we're going to use Red Hood to play Sync with the rest. Prevent X damage, then. Okay, so we get to prevent 3 of that damage. There's actually only 2 damage, and then we get to place an adaptation counter. Let's encounter cards. So we get this guy, and we can't thwart the main scheme over here. And sorry, this one over here. Okay, so then it's Batwoman's turn first. Deadwater is going to let's just do Watchtower on us first. Okay. Deadwater is going to attack the scheme for 3, but it's actually 2 because he's -1 attack at the minute. Oh no, wait, are these aquatic? Oh, I've been playing that wrong. So he didn't actually get any of the negative side of it, but I don't think I've used it for anything else other than thwarting that scheme. And it would have took that much anyway, so it would have took 2 lots. So it's fine. I'm going to use 1, 2 to do running interference. So this does go into effect on this, so it would normally be 3, but it's 4 threat from the main scheme, which we can't do because we've got patrol in front of us. So let's sort that out first. So this would be 3 times it. So stun, 3 damage, stun. Okay, which works. So we get to stun him. Then we deal 3 damage to him. Then we stun this guy, which means he gets discarded. Did that 3 times because we paid for it 3 times. Augmented +1 basically. Then I think we need to do some thwarting, so we're going to thwart for 2. We're going to spend... Oh yeah, we were spending that, sorry. And... I don't know what I've done now. I'm going to spend these 2. I think I've messed up somewhere along the line. To remove 4 threat. And that's just done here. I did draw the card, I'm pretty sure I did, but if I didn't, never mind. Okay, I have some thwart here. So, remove 4 threat. If you pay for only energy resources, which we're going to ignore the crisis icon, remove 2 threat from scheme. Okay, so we get to remove 6 threat and ignore crisis if we wanted. We don't need to worry about crisis right now. So we're going to spend 1, 2 to do shock and awe. To remove 4 threat from scheme, remove 2 threat from scheme and draw a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to remove 2 more. And we get to draw a card. I'm going to use 1, 2 to do shock and awe again, but we're going to exhaust upgraded suit this time so that it does all 3. So it's going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and we get to draw a card. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm tempted to hold on to this hand, because then we've got good energy resources for next turn. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And then going to do a weird thing and thought the rest of that scheme off. We just get to shuffle in a card into our deck. I want to shuffle in another one of these. Let's shuffle in this guy, because she's got quite a few nasty attachments. One that she's got out now, and a few others as well. Okay, so we're going to ready up. We're only going to draw 4 more because we only get to skip 2 of them. And we're readying up here. One, two, three. I'm going to defend with dead water. So he's dead. Which means... oh, he just dies, okay. He didn't take consequential damage. Then she's attacking here. I do want to do some good damage. You know what? I'm just going to take it. She's doing 4 damage to me. It's fine. Counter card in counter card. So it's just going to surge because it's already been there. And then she's attacking us with double boost cards. Oh wait, no, she's not. We're going to prevent it using the bat signal. But that means I haven't really got any money to do anything now. We'll cancel with effects and place an adaptation counter here. And she's going to scheme. 2, 3. Okay. I think we will just attack for 1. Since we're going to take retaliate 1. We'll move a threat. This means we do actually do the damage. Oh no, we don't. No, this just goes. This is great. Then we need to pay for it using only energy resources, but if we do that, then we won't have many in our hands. Oh no, we will. Let's do this. So we're going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. Could overpay for it and get some retaliate, but I don't really want retaliate right now. As it's 4 damage to an enemy. We've got all 3 lightning in our hands against piercing and ranged. Oh, I could have just done that. Against crit 1 and crit 1 and overkill, so it's crit 2, I guess. That's 4 damage to start off with. Takes 1 off of here. This guy's going to come into play over. Okay, just give me a second with that. Then we deal with crit 2 basically, which is 3 damage, 4 damage. So we're actually doing 8 damage with that attack. So she's down to 8. And then we reveal this minion, which we take 2 damage from. Then I think we'll pay 1, 2 to Thunderstruck. That's not right. 1, 2, 3. Get Nuba out. Nuba. Comes in with toughness, but we're going to attack straight away, so it doesn't really matter. We're not going to use her ability though, just to knock this guy out. And then we're going to hold on to these. Actually, we're going to take a damage and draw a card. Might be good here. It wasn't. Okay. That was not an elite minion, but we do get to shuffle one back in. We'll shuffle another one of these back in. Okay, then it's Batwoman's turn. So this is now quite expensive. Get an okay ally out. I'm going to draw a card. I need to spend 3 to get 3 counters on here, which will be good, because then we can go on to our next form. That'll place an acceleration token on the main scheme, which I don't really want. It's better to get this guy out. So 1, 2, 3. That could be 6 threat for 3, I guess. I could place 3 counters and draw 1 card. I think that might be the best thing to do. 1, 2, 3 and draw a card. Honestly, I'm just going to play that on him so he's got an extra hit point. I think I have to exhaust for this, right? No, I have to do... I'm ready with it, okay. I'm going to... Fort for 2 more, or hit for 2 more. I'm going to fort for 2 more. And then flip down. I'm going to remove 5 counters to ready her. Swap a revolvement 3 and place an acceleration token on the main scheme. I guess. And she gains 2 hit points. 2 hit points. Okay, what's the adaptation counters there? And she gets another acceleration icon? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. take out so much to do 4/4/4 minion. Do I want that? Well, we'll keep it just in case. Already. I'll get rid of 1 by 1. Here, we're going to draw 4 more here. Five more here. Okay, I'm going to defend for 1 with 1, 2. We're not needing to overpay, just pay 1. To do Tesla Field, so I get +3 defense, so I'm defending for 6. I have a lot of resources in my hand, so I can ready, stun, and get a tough. She doesn't do enough damage. And then she's scheming here for 2, 5, okay. And some guard cards. Surge. Okay, we'll deal with the damage here. We'll take the 2. Bit of a shame, but yeah, whatever. And up against Surge. You are confused, which means I'm really confused now. And she's going to scheme for 2, 3. Okay. It is Batwoman's turn first. Well, you can only get them from I'm going to draw another card here, see if we can do something. I guess we just Acrokinesis, which means we need to be ready. Okay. So we can 4 and get rid of our confusers. It's a shame to lose a free attack, but what are you going to do? We're going to discard the top card in our deck and deal damage to an enemy. It's an attack? It's not an attack, so it doesn't trigger attack things. Okay. And we're going to spend 1, 2, 3. I guess it's 4 now. 4. I'm not going to be able to do one of these. I'll do that. To do Acrokinesis, which is 8 threat, ignoring crisis. I'm going to do 4 here because they're separate ones, and 4 here. Now we draw a card with Skilled Investigator. And then do I dump it all to get another counter on there? Another 4 counters? Sure, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. To get 4 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And draw a card. I can do this as many times as I like, can't I? Yep. So I'm going to remove 1. Discard 1. Nothing. Remove 1. Discard 1. 1 damage. Remove 1. Discard 1. No damage. No damage. Yep, that's all she can do. Okay. She's already stunned, so Thunderstruck doesn't really help as much. But the rest is all minions. I'm going to attack for 3. Which kills her off. I'm going to put this down, ready for when we need it. I could 1 by 1 right now. She's going to put threat on the main scheme when I do that. But you know what, let's just go for it. We're going to do Relentless Assault to do 1 by 1. So it's 2 damage. If this defeats an enemy, do 2 damage to an enemy. So it's 4 threat on the main scheme. And then she comes in with 32 health. We get to deal 2 damage because of 1 by 1. No, I only paid for 1, so that's pretty useless to do that. And we lose out on some, so there's no point doing that. I guess we'll attack for 1 because it basically does the same thing. 14 for 1, but potential of damage. Okay, I think that's just done here. I'm going to hold on to Into the Fray just because it's an extra card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is stunned against Batwoman. She goes to attack Black Lightning. He'll defend for 3. I don't get any fancy defense right now, but we'll take the 1 indirect damage. Straight on the chin, and we'll take no damage from her. Then we'll get some encounter cards. And attached character cannot attack, I guess that's me. And then we're stunned and take a damage. Good news is we have a name, the Doctor. The bad news is we can't really use it, so we might be able to. Okay, so this first. We don't have steady or anything like that, do we? No. So we're going to use Hawk Girl to play for 1 by 1, which is going to remove our stun. We're then going to use 1, 2, 3 to enter the fray on this one. Wait, it's still not really that much threat when you play it. So we get to deal the 3 damage first. and then we do the 6, which means 5 goes off of here. I can't flip down because we'll scheme out. This gets discarded. Sorry. And then that's the end of his turn, I guess. We could draw a card. Let's take a damage and draw a card and see what we get. We get a bring it. Wonderful. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. We're going to get endurance down. One, two, three. This is useless. Okay, I'm going to spend 1, 2 to get Creeper down. Spend 2 to get Sense of Justice down. I'm going to draw a card, which to be fair could have been useful. I'm going to hold on to these, I guess. Exhaust Creeper to get rid of this. Then we're going to attack for 3. Remove the threat from here. And we do 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're already up. We'll draw 4 more cards here, and we'll draw 5 cards here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of Batwoman. She is attacking here. We got any defense this time? No, so we're going to defend for 3. We're going to take an indirect damage, but we do block it all. And he's attacking over here. I'm going to take it. Actually, he's attacking, sorry. For 3. 1, 2, 3. And some counter cards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Each encounter card gains insight 1. Insight 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each aim minion gains an acceleration icon. It is Wonder Woman first. Wonder Woman? Batwoman. We're going to get rid of Death Focus to play the Trident. Trident is then going to attempt to go on here. Should be 3 damage. It'll remove a threat, discard top 1. Doesn't matter. That's just 3. Hang on. Doesn't deal the damage. This gets discarded. It just prevents the damage, so this still ends up on here. Then I'm going to spend 1 for Vicious Redefined, which should deal 5 damage, but let's see what we get. And this goes back to our hand. Then we're never going to be able to play this, so we're just going to play the Trident again. And we're going to use... we're going to draw a card. We're going to put lightning, draw the card. I'm going to use Vicious Redefined again. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Let's discard the Black Widow. So it does do 5 damage, but we get retaliated on for 1, I think. I think that's how that works. And this goes back to our hand. And we're going to try and attack for free. Nope, there's no preparation, so it just gets discarded. Deal 3 damage, but we take a damage from retaliate. I think I just go for it. I'm going to attack here for 1. Move a threat. 2 damage to each character you control. Okay, so he's going to end up dying from consequential. Which means he's going to go under here. He's going to place 2 threat. And its acceleration token is going to go on here. I'll use Hurricane to do this, which is going to remove a threat, discard this, and I get properly stunned, but that's after, so it just deals 3 damage. Okay, over here. Does this do anything else? No. So I can get Guitar out. Okay, do I care about retaliate? I can't really do anything else with it, so let's trying to do 10 damage just right. Can I do 10 damage? Probably. Let's just go for it. Ball of lightning. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Pay for using any energy against piercing range, crit 1 and crit 1. And overkill. Sorry. So, no to her thing. And then... I'm guessing it just means the normal boost icons, not the boosts. So that's 1, 2, that's 6. That's 3, 9. So she's down to 1. And then... feels only fitting because she's got my back. So Katana, 5th tug hard is an energy, so we hit for 4. Stun the attacking character after. Okay, so we did beat it. I'm going to go with Battle Lightning first. Let me get his cards out. Telekinesis. So to start off with, I was going to say, I quite like Black Lightning. So it's pretty interesting. He's got obviously his massive hand sizes. First thing I'm going to say off the bat actually is he does need an insert. One, it's another precon in there, which I think is needed for CAS. But also the fact that he's using custom keywords. I know it's on the DC table. If someone doesn't have access to the DC table, like if they're playing in person, for example, then they don't know what crit is. You have to go hunting around to find out what crit is. So it just needs an insert, just to finish that off. But other than that, it's very simple to use. Obviously I forgot to do the chosen aspect bit, but I still think it worked pretty well. It probably would have worked better if I included some like justice cards in there to help with the thwart, or maybe a protection card or two in there to help with that. But overall, he's really fun. It's all gimmick of energy resources. Obviously I just packed the deck with basically every energy resource card that I could find, or cards that care about energy resources. The only two that I didn't include, which were energy resources, other than the doubles, the Martial Prowess, so I could try and get some more attack events out. I didn't end up playing it. And Captain Atom, because you make him big by having energy resources. So that way I can almost guarantee his alter ego ability working, almost guaranteed to hold on to any card I want, apart from some of his, and just be able to do as much as you can with lightning resources. So it's pretty great for that. Spice Whale being the nemesis. Have you dealt damage by the 100 gangsters, your hero and alter ego text box is a blank until the end of the turn. Okay, nice. Yeah, be nice encounter that. A little bit nasty scheme, but I mean it's not a difficult one to get rid of, so not too bad. So his application fly by a few times, so let's see if we can find that. School Day. Makes perfect sense. Principal himself. It's also Jefferson Pierce. Remove School Day from the school. Discard all cards with the energy resource in your hand. Yeah, I mean that is. Yeah, obviously you'll want to exhaust if you can, but by the way he plays, like he'd probably be pretty good in protection. You'd probably want to be exhausting to defend, and if you were exhausted to defend and this came out, it'd be pretty rough. But yeah. Or if you didn't want to go to alter ego, that's it. But the other thing is he doesn't really care about exhausting. So I feel like the first option, I know it's like the generic, which is one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of these obligations. It's quite often the hero doesn't really care too much about exhausting, but that's still part of his obligation. But it's fine, it works. But yeah, it's kind of, the exhaust is just so much better of an option if you can do it. So much better. Even if they were both removed from the game. His actual hero card and his alter ego. His action feels pretty great. Kind of like the community guy, if I remember Jefferson correctly. So the whole idea that he's able to help others by getting them card draw and then also heal them, really, really good. Feels right. His interrupt is really fun to play around. Being able to hold on to those cards makes you almost not want to play the cards, which is interesting. So even though you've got this giant 7-card hand, you don't want to play it because it's helpful for your events to have more cards in your hand, energy resources. So it kind of makes up for it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is, I mean, we didn't actually really need the interrupt here, but I can see where it would be useful. It's just we never had a time where we didn't have enough energy resources in our hands. If you're building the deck that wasn't just energy resources, it would probably be needed a bit more. But in our case, it just wasn't. Although there were a couple of times where we struggled to play it and keep energy resources as well. With this one early on, so maybe we would have. But yeah, didn't really get the chance to use it in any sort of meaningful way, apart from for the defense. The defense was very helpful. I mean, with this card, he's got 6 defense, which basically means he's not taking anything. I don't. Unless it's multiple boost cards, it's very unlikely you're going to get over 6 attack. So, ends up being a pretty strong combo. If it is over 6 attack, you could probably have got a tough status card out of it. So it doesn't matter anyway. So, yeah, it's pretty great. This is a very simple card. But basically make sure you can still keep your resources and your events that you want in. So that's pretty great. An unsung hero of the kit, I think. Talk about unsung heroes, we've got Peter. Double your hero interrupt and have it in alter ego, although obviously only one of them in alter ego. This is great. Being able to hold on to even more stuff. The idea normally in a game is to spend the cards as quickly as possible. You don't want to be holding on to stuff. It's different with Black Lightning because you want to keep those energy resources. And it enables you to hold on to those defense cards. Because the amount of times I held that on because, well, I got it during my hero turn, but it's still useful because I used it with the Ball of Lightning and the Shock and Awe. And then went, okay, well, I want to go with that for the end of the hero phase, I'll use it in the villain phase. And there you go, done, dusted, right. Just flows very well, having that extra 2 hand size, and it's just, again, feels great. Katara, she definitely has my back. She's basically a 1/4 in basically any deck I would build for this guy. This with a psychic would be just a 1/4 psychic, being able to ready constantly if you're lucky, if you really build into it. Could be very strong. But fits perfectly with the rest of the kit. And it's like, it's not too strong that it's like massively bad, but yeah, don't know. You're still discarding a card from the top of your deck, so it's an extra card to discard. So yeah, I like it. One that you could build a kit around quite nicely, and it still worked quite well. I didn't include I think it's B scale on the DC table, but White Fox I should have done because she would have been great here. Energy resource and Katana could discard her to put her into play, so really good. Thunderstruck, yeah, a global kind of stun or confuse. That's great. 1 damage to the villain or each minion. You don't really care about that. It can do a lot, don't get me wrong, but that's not the best part of this card. Getting a stun or confuse on each one of these enemies, really good. It could finish off a lot of minions as well. But But if you're spending 2 to finish off all the minions, there's probably something else you could do to do that. But yeah, great card. Electrokinesis. Getting you to overspend for a card, and along with these electrical discharges, is pretty interesting because you want to hold on to your cards so your events are stronger. Because you don't want to spend too many energy resources, otherwise you're not getting the full power of your events, right? But then you want to retaliate off of this. And you want your extra stuff off of here. So I like how these are, they work very well within the kit, but they also work to change up the way you look at the kit as well. So these are two very interesting cards because they almost diverge from the rest, but they're also massively in sync with the rest because, you know, they all require energy resources to pay for them anyway. But yeah, really like Batwoman. He's really cool. Yeah. Batwoman. Yeah. She. I think the word is confused me. I might be wrong, but I feel like I just played her wrong the whole game. So I'm going to go over some of her cards and explain what my thoughts were as I played them, but I don't know if I did them right. Okay, I think the key one I'm going to go over first, before I go over anything else, I'm going to go over this card. Because this is the card that really doesn't work for me. If I've understood it correctly. So this card here, costs 1, and increases the value of X for cards you play or control. 3x on cards. As though it has a +1 to its value, this excludes the X where X is defined in the text box. Okay. So the way I've read that is the X is equal to the augmented number is the bit that it's talking about here, where it excludes the X defined in the text box. So that means every X on this card is increased by 1. So every single one has its cost increased by 1. And the amount of times it does something by 1. Right? Which, the amount of times it does something by 1, great. It increasing the cost by 1 is pretty painful. It made basically 1. So you got 2, 4, however many of these you've got, that's another thing. So 2, 4, 5 cards, 8 cards cost 4 at your strongest, your quote unquote strongest. And these cards do get powerful, like 4 cost to remove 8 threat is pretty good. I mean, it is good. If I go justice, events, you've got 5 threat for free, 6 for 3, so it's 2 extra threats, so probably about right for a justice event. But it also ignores crisis icons. Okay, so it's probably the right amount. But the problem is, because it's for cost, unless you've got resource generators all over the place, which you may do because she has access to a few. She's not just a Sega, you know. So she's got access to a few of them, right? Because she has mental. Yeah, she has ingenuity and here we go. So she's able to do reduce the cost by 1 and pay 1 for it. So these could be just 2 cards in your hand. So these are playable at times, right? But if you have more than 1 of these in your hand, you're not playing more than 1 of them. And if you've got 3 of them in your hand, then that's 2 cards you can't play. And it just feels really rough. Yeah. And I'm just... yeah. It feels like you're supposed to get more powerful here, but I almost felt weaker near the end because I had less choices. Sure, when these hit, they hit harder. But, I mean, that... the only thing... yeah, I think I got 3 damage out of 5 of these. So that felt pretty bad. I'm trying not to be overly negative, but explain the issue here. Because I think it is an issue. So, yeah, I'm not going to go any further on that because I feel like I'm harping on it and it feels a bit harsh now. And I don't mean it to be harsh, so, but this card just kind of causes problems, I think. And these increasing costs in general just kind of causes problems. Which makes it more difficult to play. But I don't know if that's the idea, so that you want to stay at a lower tier to be able to play your events. I don't know. But it feels like the idea is that you carry on. That's what it feels like it's telling you to do on the hero card. But these are almost telling me I want to stay at stage 2. Like stage 2 is the when I felt most powerful. 2-2-2 steady, and these are doing a good amount. They're only costing 2, which means this isn't actually that good anymore because you don't want to go any further. You don't get any bonuses other than being able to switch to the next form. But these 2 feel pretty decent here then. 4 threat, ignore crisis. It's decent, not amazing, but decent. This, get a 2-2 ally, great. If you have this guy out, then it's 6 threat and 3-3-3. That feels pretty good. You could play more than one thing here. So yeah. I'm really hoping I played that right. But I'm just not sure. Oh, and this one, sorry. Which is also a very interesting card. I like the card, but yeah. It feels like a lot. This card's great. And works really well with the Queen of the Sea. So this is a good combination. This card, This is the card that gets better as you get higher tier. Like once you get to stage 3, this is good. Just time it's 1 or 2 damage, which isn't bad, I suppose. But you're getting your counters. This is best on the higher attack enemies, but then it's not preventing much for you if you don't have a higher attack enemy either. So kind of goes back and around circles. But yeah, if you want to get through your counters. Back signal, yeah, this is great. Cancel the effects and discard it, then add an adaptation counter. Yep, that's to get through the adaptation counters, which I think is what she's supposed to do. The Batwoman Trident. I wasn't struck on this card when I first saw it. Maybe with this as well. But I kind of like it. This card on its own is good. You could have like a lot of the aggression attack events that care about upgrades. So you've got like, where is it? Surprise move, and surprise move is really good on, because then you can kill them, get the upgrade back and do something else with it, and take that, or Savage Strike, you know, all these sort of ones. Oh no, Savage Strike doesn't require an upgrade, it just does, okay. But yeah, take that's great. This one as well. So there's quite a few upgrades that work well with this card. I like that Batwoman just takes it off you straight away as soon as you get it, as soon as she comes in. But it does kind of make this card really strong because it just instantly kills your nemesis set. But theme wise, I suppose it makes sense because, you know, she's literally on the art stabbing her with a trident, so I guess that's what he's supposed to do. But yeah, once you get these two together working, it's great. But if this is in your discard pile and you get this, it's another dead card in your hand. And then if you've got 2 of these in your hand, then it's 3 dead cards in your hand. You keep getting into this dead card problem, and yeah. And then there's the Dead Waters. I actually really like the idea of these things. Buffs up with you. Now the buffs up with you. And when it dies by consequential, so encouraging not jump blocking, you get an adaptation meter counter to try and get through the stages quicker. Great. Really cool. Really works well with that side of a kit. Does mean you end up with more expensive allies, which I think is fine in this case because they are actually a lot better at that point. But the only thing I would say is if it's printed, which, you know, you're assuming this game is, right? That's the idea. It's custom to a physical card game. Then I think this needs a limit to how many can get shuffled in, because there should only be so many physical dead water allies that can go into your deck. Physically. So even if it's a limit of like 10 or 15, you know, I think there should be a limit of some kind on there. Just as a, you know, there's 10 of this card. And once you run out of cards, that's it. You can't shove any more in your deck because there is no more cards to shove in. But yeah, I did like a Nemesis set. That was pretty interesting. And where's the side scheme on Aquatic? And I'm realising now I actually slightly played this wrong, because she should have got -1 attack as well, because she's not aquatic. Sorry. So we probably took a bit more damage than we should have that game, but that's fine. Insight 1, toughness, guard. Facility. Yeah. Choose to discard a location support you control or take 3 indirect damage. She doesn't have a location support. That's a weird card. Thematically, I get it. Thematically, I get it. The place has been drowned, so the location's gone. Within Batwoman's kit, she doesn't have a single location. So this doesn't really affect Batwoman, apart from giving her indirect damage. Unless she's packed in some locations. You gotta play and easy play. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. I'm not sure about this one, if I'm honest. There's some cool bits in there, but I don't think it's there yet. I think there are some issues, and hopefully someone else plays the character and proves me completely wrong. But or I've read this FAQ wrong or something like that. But it's just not. I just don't think it's there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bit more negative than I was hoping, but there is some cool stuff in this set. And yeah. Something I did like was how was it? Oh, she gains the tune. Oh, she already said. Yeah, she did, because we have ingenuity. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here muttering to myself, trying to come up with things to say. But thanks for watching. Oh yeah, there is the obligation. The obligation works pretty well, actually. I quite like the obligation. I know I said about the easy exhaust on here, but she does like her, especially because her events end up being really expensive, forcing her to exhaust her identity to just discard it. It's pretty good. Removing the adaptation counters, stopping her from moving forward. To remove it from the game, yeah, feels like the harsher one to do that with. So yeah, great. Yeah, really like the application. Okay, I'm actually going to do it there now, and I'll see you all next time.